Hi there, wise choice to tune into this episode of EHEDG Connects, in which we have a real expert in digitization in the studio. His name is Hermann Schalk, and he works for CSB System AG, a company that is globally active in helping food processing companies, but also food equipment producers, to optimize their processes. Mr. Schalk, nice to have you here. Can you please first explain to us what stakeholders can benefit from these new technologies?
For all the stakeholders, they are interested in that the machinery is working very efficiently, also to make it comparable on the market, to show that, and also the maintenance point is very important. And with this technology, the stakeholder can get feedback automatically when they have to do some preventive maintenance, what the benefit is at the moment, how the equipment is running, and where the bottlenecks are or the advantages.
How can food processing companies benefit from digital technology?
For food processing companies, it's very simple. They have to do the processes inside of the company by each department and do the whole things also regarding quality management, regarding traceability. And then with digitalization, everything is linked automatically with all the market players.
Does this also offer benefits for food safety?
Yeah, of course, because all the dates the companies are collecting and checking are going automatically in also certification systems. You don't have additional certification books. Everything is in the digital form in your system. No double work. And everything is linked with your partners. And partners are not only customers and suppliers, of course, that also companies are taking care of the quality.
And what kind of data are we talking about?
We are talking about data about human resources. We're talking about data about equipment they are using, machinery, and we are talking about quantities, and we are talking about qualities.
Food processing companies are used to take samples of their products and determine the quality parameters like that. Does sensor technology offer a more real-time, quicker insight in the quality parameters of a process?
That is correct. That is absolutely what the digitalization is bringing you. The whole inventory management is linked with the full quality management, independent on-site or from laboratory. From the lab, they keep giving free, the blocking, everything is fully integrated. And also the test scenario is automatically.
Now, if I put myself in the shoes of a smaller or middle-sized food processing company that has no experience with these kind of technologies, where would you advise them to start?
Depends on what the requirements of the customers and the local requirements of the governments are, but for that is also some basic solution on the market they can start with. They can use without adaptation by themselves, which is already ready to go. Yeah.
You're also adding something else to your company as a food processor, namely software. New software that you have to implement in your connect to your ERP systems, for example. How would you advise clients to make a wise selection in software? What do they have to pay attention to?
At the end, most of the company already have some software in place. Some producers have 10, 20 different software solutions for every department. And I can tell you at the end of the day, if you want to go digitalization, the interfaces are the problem. That means an integrated system for your factory, a so-called factory ERP solution, is the most important thing. Also, if you want to connect the machinery and also things for performance status like OEE, which means quality, availability, and quantity.
The food processing industry is a conservative industry in that sense. We have fixed process lines for special products, but we also have food trends, and new packaging, new flavors, and so on. So food processors want to be flexible. Could digital techniques also help them to be more flexible?
Of course, that is one of the most points in Industry 4.0, to be more customer orientated, to be more flexible, to fulfill the requirements of the customers. That means the system has to be very intelligent, that the operator in the factory, in the dispatch, is not taking care about the customer requirements, just taking care about his processes. And that is what the digitalization is helping you. The worker is just doing his processes, not taking care about the requirements of customers. And it has no influence. We have just one customer requirements, or we have a plenty of them.
Can you give us, say, a list of 3 to 5 reasons and just name them up?
To be safer is the first point. To have the tools more to the market, especially now with all requirements coming up with Corona. Secondly, to know always the costs and the efficiency of the company, and of course to be closer to the customer requirements. I think these are the main points, and to be also flexible inside of your own organization, depending on resources you're using.
Before you can optimize, you have to know what's going on, right?
If you don't know the street, you can't steer your car on this. That's the point.
I'm sure there's much more to talk about. So let's stay in touch. And dear viewers, if you have any questions for this EHEDG expert, just put them in the comment section below, and I'm sure he will be delighted to answer them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well.